when we want to do something new, something that, well, for us in action is new, but something that for a long time is in our heart. And I know that all of us have something we've been thinking about for many, many years, something we really wanted to do or try, or somewhere we wanted to travel, something we wanted to say or maybe write, create. And we would put it off for the perfect moment until I finish one more course, or until the children grow up, until I lose 10 kilos, then I'll do the dancing class. Or until I feel confident, then I'll go to the painting course. And then that someday will never come because we're continually pushing it off, because we get into the habit of thinking someday, being in the habit of experiencing the fear and not doing anything about it. So a recommendation for a great book is called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. A lot of us, and that's okay, a lot of us feel the fear and don't do it. We allow the fear to do us. We allow the fear to become the force that keeps us in this state of comfort, in the state of freezing. When you go back to the basics of the reptilian brain, now there's three major reactions when we are triggered: fight, flight, or freeze. And very often when we procrastinate, when we feel confused, when we feel like, oh my God, who am I? I'm losing my identity. Realize that when you are in this place of confusion, of not knowing, of not being sure who you are, of thinking about, I'm creating a new identity, and sometimes you think like, am I depressed? Am I sad? It's actually the perfect place to be, because any change feels a little bit uncomfortable. Actually, it feels quite uncomfortable, sometimes painful. Even the change that we want. Going from a simple example in sport, I'm competitive in weightlifting, powerlifting, Olympic weightlifting. I had to go through the physical discomfort, through physical muscle pain, to be able to push my boundaries, to be able to lift my own records or national records. And everyone that competes in any sport, there is this very often period of discomfort, of pushing the boundaries, physical boundaries, mental boundaries. Very often athletes don't push the physical boundaries in results, whether it's sprinting or weightlifting that I do, or any other sport, until they have pushed it in their head, until they start to wonder and believe, well, maybe it's possible. Maybe I can do this. There have been numerous facts and studies, and so much you can find on the internet. For example, when the first person broke the 100-meter sprint and ran it under 10 seconds, which was considered humanly impossible, so the first guy did it. And it has never been done before in human history. I'm talking like decades ago. Within 4 or 5 months, a few other people ran 100 meters under 10 seconds because they believed it was possible. And if you start looking for it, you'll realize that when we start believing that things are possible, we'll start focusing on it. We'll start creating the mental energy, the physical energy. We start wondering, well, what if I can be successful? What if I can reach this goal? What if I can be truly happy? What if I can have beautiful relationships and harmonious relationships? What if I can? It just starts with a different question. So let's start today with a different question. What if I can? What if this is possible? Replacing it with the old questions of why me? Why is this happening? I don't know what to do. The power of our language, especially the language we're having with ourselves, the conversations we're having with ourselves. can drastically change your life. So start with the right questions. What if this is possible? And you'll know when you're asking the wrong questions is keeping you in the place where you are and letting the fear lead you. You're posing the wrong questions if you feel lost, if you feel confused, if you are feeling like a failure or you haven't reached the goals you wanted to reach. So take your emotions and your states purely as feedback of where you are right now. So if you're not feeling your best, which is not possible every day, all day, I think I've never met a person that always is hyper. So sometimes it feels nice feeling sad and other people feeling sorry for us and we're feeling sorry for ourselves. But take your emotions purely as feedback and indicators where you are right now and start asking the right questions. Start asking yourself, what can I do? And what if it is possible? What if this is possible for me? Because if anyone else did it before, why wouldn't I be able to do it? And then you'll feel the different energy. You'll feel probably a slight change. You can begin to feel curious and start looking for proof, start looking for evidence that the things that you want to do are possible. Because I guarantee you, if there's something inside of your heart that you want to do, achieve, someone has already gone through the same way you that is in front of you, and they've pushed through the discomfort, through the pain, through the confusion, through the self-doubt. There's a great book called The Energy of Money, Spiritual Ways of Looking at Finances. And the writer Dr. Maria Nemeth, writes how for a rocket to start, it uses 90% of its fuel just to get off the ground. So anything you start or do, it will ask 90% of your energy. So be prepared for that. There is no other way out. Anyone that succeeded in anything, any top businessman that did it by himself or herself, any top athlete or musician, they put an incredible amount of energy and they went through an incredible amount of self-doubt and disappointments. They picked themselves up. They found at least one person in their lives that they feel is supporting them. And sometimes we have to be our own cheerleader. To be aware that it is not easy, but it's worth it. So start with the right language towards yourself. What if it is possible? What if you can? I think you can. And I think you will.